Good morning, Batar, parents, teacher, and friends. Welcome back to Canisius Edufair 2020. It's an honor for me, Hatorangan Bintang Prapunengongan, to host this wonderful event. Right now, we are going to share the webinar from Studyzone at Trinity College, the University of Melbourne. For shorten the time, I would like to welcome our guest speaker to deliver the presentation. Mr. Ben, the webinar is all yours.
Well, selamat pagi. Good morning, students. My name is Ben. I'm the Senior Manager at Trinity College. I'd like to introduce you to one of our fantastic students who's currently studying at Trinity College. Hannah, can you introduce yourself?
Halo semuanya.
In Bahasa Indonesia.
Ya. Aku Hana, aku udah sekolah di Trinity kurang lebih 1,5 tahun, dan aku lulusan SMA Santa Teresia. Terima kasih.
Fantastic. And together with our esteemed agent, Studyzone, based in Jakarta, we'd like to talk to you today about Trinity College and the University of Melbourne. Let me share some slides with you. Trinity College, as you see it on your screen there, is an important part of the University of Melbourne because this is where students, after finishing grade 12, SMA Kelas 3, come and study the special university preparation program that we know as Foundation Studies, the Trinity College Foundation Studies program. Beautiful campus there. And this is where Hannah was studying up until COVID-19 in April this year. She's been studying online, but that's our campus. And if you come to Trinity College, that's where you will be studying. You'll see here that Trinity College is inside the campus of the University of Melbourne. Now, many other colleges for other universities are not located in the campus. For example, another university, Monash, for example, their college is in an office building in the city centre, but Monash University is 1 hour away. So those students are totally disconnected. Trinity College students are inside the campus of Melbourne University. This is where they do the preparation program. They use all of the same facilities, the same libraries. They join the same clubs. This is a big advantage from coming to Trinity College. You're already at Melbourne University when you come to Trinity College. Melbourne University, of course, the #1 university in Australia. It's been #1 for over 10 years now. This is the UK Times ranking. Recently, we moved up even higher in the world rankings to number 31. Australia's #1 university and number 31 in the world. 31 di dunia universitas. Melbourne University graduates are ranked amongst the best in the world. This is the graduate outcomes ranking. Okay, it's conducted by the QS ranking research company, and they look at how strong graduates are from different universities. Melbourne University is now ranked #7 for their graduate outcomes. Okay, this means when you graduate from the University of Melbourne, you will have a good career, good jobs. Businesses and companies will recognize you for going to Melbourne University. You can research this yourself. I didn't make it up. Now, we have lots of bachelor degrees and lots of majors that you can specialize in. Hannah, what are you aiming for at the University of Melbourne?
I'm aiming for Bachelor of Arts, Media and Communications.
Media and Communications. So one day you may well see Hannah on your television screens or in your media back in Indonesia. The Bachelor of Arts, there are 32 major areas of study, and Hannah here is choosing Media and Communications. But you could also choose International Relations, Criminology, Linguistics, or this one here. That's what I studied, Psychology. Okay, Melbourne University, #1 in Australia for psychology. On Monday evening, 21st of September at 4 p.m. Indonesia time, we have a special live lecture in psychology. I'll tell you more about that shortly. You should join it. It's free. You'll find out all about psychology at Melbourne University. This is part of Melbourne University, the art school. This is where Hannah will be taking her classes in magnificent lecture theatres like that, walking around buildings like this. It's quite an amazing campus to be. Bachelor of Science, all areas of science, food science, engineering, biotechnical engineering, biotechnology, microbiology, and also information technology. Those of you who want to do IT, Melbourne University is #1 for IT and information technology. Those of you who want to do medical sciences like biotechnology, biomedicine, or to become a doctor, Bachelor of Biomedicine. We are #1 in Australia for medicine and medical sciences. Business, commerce, accounting, finance, we're ranked #1 in Australia for. Also, we're ranked in the top 20 in the world for accounting and finance and business. The Bachelor of Commerce, that's the business school at Melbourne University. That's one of the lecture theatres that you'll be sitting in if you decide to come to Australia's #1 university to do business. Architecture, civil engineering, digital design, digital technology, landscape architecture, urban planning, they're all part of the design courses, the Bachelor of Design at the University of Melbourne. I think it's one of the most impressive parts of the university there. An amazing campus that's inside. Even this structure hanging from the ceiling has 2 classrooms. They're called the floating classrooms. Quite amazing, huh? Then we've got a whole range of other bachelor degrees. So foundation studies, what do we do at foundation studies? Okay, Hannah has almost completed her foundation studies program. We prepare students with the skills of critical thinking. Now, what's critical thinking? The ability to learn about a topic from a range of different viewpoints, the ability to question, the ability to look for other ways of understanding what you're learning about. Because even in science or engineering or medicine, there's never just one simple right answer that you simply copy and memorize from the teacher. Okay, it's more complex than that when you get to a good university. Hannah, you've been learning or developing the skills of critical thinking. Can you tell us a little bit more about the difference of studying in Indonesia at SMA and the skills you need in critical thinking at university?
Yeah, sure. Jadi pas SMA, aku kayak kalian, basically whatever the teacher says, I just accept. I never really had the braveness to actually speak up dan bilang, oh mungkin ini salah gitu. Tapi kalau pas di Trinity College itu, aku mulai berani untuk bilang, possible gak sih kalau ini source-nya salah? Karena kita bisa lihat satu source itu dari different point of view. There's no one answer to a question. There's a range of different answers. And in university, you are required to do that. So Trinity College actually prepares you for that skill.
So Hannah here, developing critical thinking skills, the ability to think independently and not just copy and memorize. You won't survive university just by trying to remember everything. It's too much information. Independent thinkers are what we teach at Trinity College. Academic writing skills. If you're going to survive university, okay, at a top university like Melbourne University, you need to have good academic writing skills. Any university, in fact, you need to be able to construct an essay or an assignment or a research project. Okay, now let me ask you students, when was the last time that you wrote a 2,000-word essay in English in an argumentative style? You probably haven't yet. When you get to university, there's no preparation. You are expected to be able to do this. This is what we teach at Trinity College. Hannah, essay writing. You've been developing your essay writing skills and academic writing skills. Tell us, at high school, did you ever write 2,000-word essays? And can you do it now?
Yeah, pas SMA, I really only had 1 hour per week of English. Jadi, and the most I've written was around 300 word. It wasn't even an essay. It wasn't an essay of my own opinion. Itu tuh lebih ringkasan gitu, 300 kata doang. Nah, academic writing essays was one of my biggest fears coming to university because everyone was prepped for that, and I feel like I wasn't. So by coming to Trinity, aku benar-benar belajar gimana sih cara structure essay, apa aja vocab yang dibutuhkan untuk nulis essay, how to write an introduction and everything, which is obviously very important because when you're in university, you're required to write a lot of essays.
And Hannah, at university, can you just cut and paste from the internet anymore like you did in SMR?
No, obviously, if you're going to take an idea from someone else, you're required to do referencing.
Referencing, Harvard referencing, hey? That's what we teach our students, how to be prepared with their academic writing and not just cut and pasting from the internet. Confidence and presentation skills. Now, when you get to university, you're not just sitting copying notes quietly. You are expected to interact and answer questions and give your opinion. Okay, in fact, you are graded on how much you participate. Now, the shy students from Indonesia, okay, they always want to sit in the back of the class like this one and not have to, answer any questions. But when you get to university, you have to. Hannah, you've been preparing in this way and developing your confidence. Do you feel prepared to enter a class like that and be able to speak out and give your opinion now?
Yeah, definitely. And one of the biggest reasons why I could speak in front of everyone here today was because I developed my confidence and presentation skills during my time in Trinity.
Fantastic. Hannah, it sounds like you are well and truly prepared and on your way. And of course, we teach research skills. Our students at Trinity College are the highest performing students at Melbourne University because we are part of Melbourne University and it's in the way that we prepare you, okay? And of course, most of the scholarships given out by Melbourne University are awarded to Trinity College students. This is the campus that we hope to invite students back onto in 2021, once it's safe to do so. This is the lecture theatre that Hannah here spent many hours in taking notes and listening to her lectures. Correct, Hannah?
Yep, correct.
The Foundation Studies program. After you finish SMA Kelas 3, you will enter either the main programs, which are 10 months. They start in August or February, leading directly into the bachelor degree. You will need scores above 70 and an IELTS of 6 for these programs, the main programs. But many students from Carnesius will have even stronger grades. You can do the fast track program, either the July fast track program for 7 months or the October fast track program for 7.5 months. Directly into Melbourne University, guaranteed entry. As long as you get the right score, you are the first to get the place at such a prestigious institution. For the fast track program, you do need good English, IELTS of 6 minimum for every band. Now, how to apply for Trinity College? Let me talk to you about this first. At the moment, we are running a series of free lectures online. Okay, the next one will be Monday. Those of you who are interested in psychology, why we think the way that we do, why we behave the way we do, come and join this live lecture on Monday, the 21st, 4 p.m. Jakarta time. Okay, there's the link there. It's free. It's very interactive. You can have a taste of what it's like and what Hannah's been doing for the last many months of doing online lectures. It will be led by one of our leading academics. That's Dr. Maureen Vincent. Dr. Maureen Vincent is very well known in the area of psychology. In fact, she helped write the exams for psychology for the IB, International Baccalaureate program that goes all around the world. Join us for the psychology online lecture, Monday, 21st, 4 p.m. There's the link. Register now. If you are interested in applying for Trinity College, we can accept your application after you finish SMA Kelas 3 semester ganjil report. You can make the application. It's free, gratis. Contact Studyzone, okay, in Jakarta. Their services are free of charge. They know Trinity College better than anyone else. They're fantastic. Let let me check the time, is almost the 20 minutes up. Hannah, I'd like to ask you some questions there. You've been studying at Trinity College in the main program since February, developing your skills. What would you say to a student that said, no need for any preparation for university, can just go directly? What would you say?
Okay, kalau aku, obviously aku juga dari sekolah Katolik, so I know the fear of going abroad and studying in a whole different education system. Language is an issue, communications, everything. Dan menurutku, kalau emang mau ke university di luar, it's best to go through foundation studies. Not only it is required, tapi through going from foundation studies, kalian tuh benar-benar disiapin untuk gimana sih cara nulis esai, terus gimana juga cara communicate with people completely in English, and I feel like that's really really important karena kalau misalnya langsung ke university pasti kan juga kagok ya. Dan di Trinity College itu supportnya banyak banget, benar-benar dibantuin dari nol, and you don't have to be scared because a lot of students coming into Trinity College has the same fear as you. So my suggestions would be just go for it, apply, don't take a gap year or anything just because of COVID. You could do it online, it's completely the same.
Most of these students will finish next June, okay, 2021. I hope by then we'll be all back on the campus and very safe in our studying. So we're almost up to our 20-minute mark. Hannah, you're very much prepared for Melbourne University now. You're coming up to your final exams. What score are you hoping to achieve?
I'm really hoping to get around 90 and above because I am aiming for scholarships. So I'm fingers crossed I get it.
Fantastic. And I, knowing that you've been studying so hard and doing so well, I believe that you can get above 90, which is a fantastic effort. And students from Carnisius can achieve the same similar kind of grades if you study hard at Trinity College. You'll be well prepared. Many other universities, they don't care about preparing their students so well. They like to give tricky shortcuts, maybe only study 2 years at university. That's not Melbourne University. That's not what we do. At Melbourne University, we're very thorough, and that's why we have high rankings, like number 1 in Australia, number 31 in the world, and our graduates are ranked number 7 in the world. Okay, not through shortcuts, but through very thorough programs, thorough courses, and very high quality education. Hannah, thank you very much. Do stick around because I'm sure these students want to ask you questions about your experience at such a wonderful university. Students, thank you for listening. I know Carnisius very well. I've been working in Indonesia for over 16 years now. And I've known your school for a long time. I know that there are good students who will choose top universities, top ranked universities, not the low quality ones, not the ones giving out free discounts or these kinds of things. Melbourne University, Trinity College is a good option for such outstanding students. I'd like to open the questions now. Those of you who would like to ask myself or indeed Hannah, our student for today, please send in your questions now. Tora, are we inviting students to open their microphone or are they typing them in?
Hello? Can you move to your camera, mister? Hello?
Who? Me?
Yeah. Mr. Ben?
Yes.
Hello? Yeah. Okay, very interesting presentation from Mr. Ben. And you, Mr., I can feel the enthusiasm of the audience here. And it looks like we have many questions coming right now. Okay, if you don't mind, let me read the question for you. First question comes from Benedictus Harris. As an international student from Indonesia, aiming for Melbourne University, do you need to go go to Trinity College for its foundation, or can you go to any other foundation? Thank you, sir.
There is only one guaranteed pathway to Melbourne University. Just one. It's Trinity College. Trinity College, Melbourne University are together. So I would answer this student by saying, if you want to go to Monash, you go to Monash Foundation. If you want to go to UNSW, you go to Uni Prep Foundation. It's designed for that one. If you want to go to, Deakin University, you choose their foundation. If you want Melbourne University, you choose Trinity College. It's the only guaranteed way. Okay, if you're looking for tricky shortcuts, like many students do, there's 99% chance you won't end up at Melbourne University. Trinity College is the pathway for Melbourne University, designed by Melbourne University for students who want Melbourne University.
Okay. Next question comes from Yohanes Pandu. How much for the tuition fees and what are the scholarship opportunities? Thank you, sir.
Okay. So the tuition fee for the program at Trinity College is 34,000 Australian dollar. Okay, 34,000 Australian dollars. That's for the whole program at Trinity College. Scholarships, we do have some, but we don't give them away like candy, like many other universities do. Okay, at Trinity College, you have to earn your scholarship. You have to be a great student. You have to stand out. Okay, you have to have very high grades to get a scholarship. If you don't get a scholarship to Trinity College, well, you're like most students, they don't. Okay, getting scholarships to the top universities, you have to actually be a top student. Most students don't get them. However, Melbourne University, most of the scholarships are awarded to Trinity College students. That's because they're already at Melbourne University. Okay, if you study hard at Trinity College, you'll be automatically considered for these scholarships there.
Okay. Next questions come from Benedictus Rangga. Is there any international language course for programs such as English and Australian accents before we study at Trinity University of Melbourne? Thank you, Mr.
So the question is there any English course before entering Trinity College?
Sorry, Mr.
So the question is, do we have an English course before going to Trinity College? Yes, we do. So if you need to further improve your English, we have an English course connected to Trinity College for 20 weeks. Improve your English and then go to the main program.
Okay. Next question comes from Theodore Maximus. Does Trinity College accept TOEFL as well? Or do they only accept international English language testing system?
So we do accept TOEFL. Okay, you need a TOEFL of 70. Okay, 70 or higher. On the internet-based TOEFL, we also accept Pearson. But the other special thing, all of those cost money. We have a Trinity English test you can take in Jakarta at Studyzone, gratis, no charge. Okay. Once you apply to Trinity College, you can sit for the Trinity English test. You can save yourself the money, and that will get you into Trinity College.
Okay. Next question comes from Joseph Ryan. Are there any part-time jobs in Australia? Part-time jobs.
Yes, there is part-time jobs, but here's the thing about part-time jobs. If you want to do a part-time job, you have to make sure that your grades are good first. Okay, it's no point working on the weekend if you've got 10 assignments to do and they're all late. Okay, Trinity College, I encourage students, focus on your studies. Your goal is to get into Melbourne University. Once you are achieving 90% or higher, go out and get a part-time job then.
Okay. Next question comes from Ricky Leonardo. I would like to ask about the accommodations available and if there are any dormitories, are there any part-time jobs available, and the median of average salary of postgraduates.
Oh, wow. There's 5 questions there. Let me tackle a few of them. Firstly, accommodation. There's so much accommodation around Melbourne University. Depends if you want your own apartment or you want a student dormitory, or if you want a twin share and share with your friends, or you want the homestay. Lots of different options. Go to our website, take a look. All the options are on there with pictures and prices. Hannah, can you tell, when you first moved to Melbourne, where did you live, and then where are you? Tell us where you were living.
Okay. Pas pertama kali aku pindah ke Melbourne, aku tinggal di student accommodation called Journal Student Living, dan aku juga rekomen untuk orang-orang yang emang mau pindah ke Melbourne, awalnya tinggalnya di student accommodation. Kenapa? Karena mereka accommodation khusus dibuat untuk murid-murid baru, dan itu they have full support. You can easily make friends there. There's a lot of facilities specifically for students. Jadi I think student accommodation is the perfect accommodation kalau baru pindah. Nah, setelah setahun, aku akhirnya pindah dari student accommodation ke apartment, and that's all up to you if you want to stay in student accommodation or not, but I've decided to move. But for the beginning, I really recommend staying in a student accommodation first.
Hannah, you've been at Trinity College. Where do your friends come from, the ones that you met so far? Have you got friends all around the world? Where are they from?
They're everywhere around the world. I have friends from Brazil, I have friends from South Africa, from China, from, well, a lot of places in Southeast Asia, like Malaysia, Vietnam, and everywhere. And also, I have a lot of friends from Europe, but they're not in Trinity College. They're mostly from student accommodations. And that is why I recommend student accommodation, because you get to make more friends there too.
Fantastic. Next question.
Oke, mungkin Miss Hana bisa nyampaikan satu atau dua saran untuk teman-teman yang melanjutkan studinya di sini.
Okay, saranku just go for it, karena my first initial thoughts were, aduh takut banget nih dari sekolah Katolik kan pasti kayak kagok langsung pindah ke international, it's very different gitu. Tapi kalau sekolahnya lewat Trinity College, mereka tuh benar-benar nyiapin, dan banyak sebenarnya murid-murid di sana yang also struggling same as you. So you shouldn't be scared, and you get to meet so many more friends from different cultures, different ethnic backgrounds, which I personally really love, because Melbourne is such a multicultural place. So yeah, that's my biggest tip. Just go for it, just apply.
I guess we must end our session right now. And as for the closing, maybe Mr. Ben have one or two closing statements for the audience.
Sure. Okay, so Canisius is a fantastic school. It's one of the best in Jakarta. I know that your students are outstanding. They have many options. My advice to you, from a top school, choose a top university. Set your goals high. Okay, it's no point just aiming for average. No one wants second best. Aim for the best. You'll have good outcomes. Might cost more, but Trinity College and Melbourne University have outstanding courses, and we produce outstanding graduates that are well recognized all around the world. If you're unsure, I'll put my contact email into the chat box. Email me if you would like more information, or if you would like a one-to-one session with me, Hannah, and maybe your parents to talk more about your study plan. Why not? Get in contact with me, and I'm happy. I'd be happy to hear from you. Keep studying hard, guys. I know this is a tough time. Stay safe, okay? Wear a mask, sanitize, and I hope to see you at Trinity College in 2021. All the best. Sampai jumpa lagi. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ben, Mr. Mickey, Ms. Hannah, for the very useful information. This event is supported by Okay, thank you very much. I hope you have a pleasant day and stay healthy. Bye-bye.